All right, man. Dude, I'm super excited for this day, man. This is episode 1 of 1 million, right? For our brand new Crypto Takeover Podcast, man. You know, just in jest there, but we're super excited for this moment. It's a brand new journey for the two of us embarking on this podcast. Episode number 1 of who knows how many. We're just trying to take what we've learned in the past few years about crypto in the space and just take our energy and excitement for it and just try to bring that out to the masses. We're taking our Crypto Takeover group that we're building and trying to take what's going on in that group and bring into the podcast and your history in the financial sector and your experience and both of our excitement for this space and where we think our financial sector is moving, right? I mean, this is amazing 100%. Times right now. So
that's right. Yeah, no, I mean, what I'm so excited about this is we were talking earlier and I'm just thinking, okay, 2 years ago, I was doing this all by myself. You know, I started researching ways to learn about crypto, started learning about cryptocurrency. And as I discovered what cryptocurrency really was, I started looking at it as this new financial instrument that was being put into the marketplace, but it's also this massive technology disruption to that space. I was like, wow, like what can we do with this? And so I started learning more. I started investing. Obviously I had wins and losses and all that kind of stuff. But when I really got it, I had this moment was like, man, everybody needs to know this.
Right.
Everybody needs to know this.
Right.
And, from being in the different industries I've been in before, everything has always been service related, helping clients with different things, whether it's real estate or financial services or whatever. And so I want to get the information out. And we started this little group as people started asking me questions. And now we've got, our Telegram, we've got, different people that are involved in different resources that we both use and things like that. Right. And it's growing. And the biggest thing for me is whether you listen to every podcast we have, or, if this is just me and you listening to this and that's it, but if the people that tune into this, I hope it opens up your eyes to what the opportunities are in front of you, because you've got to take advantage of this space. This is a wealth transfer between individuals. It's a wealth transfer between countries. Yeah. This has the potential to do so much for so many people. And guys like you and I mean, we're regular, guys that just work. We got families. We take care of our bills. It's not like we got tons of money just sitting around in the bank.
Right. Not yet.
Like us need to know about. Right. Exactly. Not yet. People like us need to know how to take advantage of this, because if we don't, based on the way our government's going, based on the way the financial markets are moving, people will get left behind. Sure. And my heart behind this is that nobody gets left behind. And so I want us to have a lot of fun. I want us to be able to cut up on here. Right. But we're going to be providing you with tons of value that makes it easy and basic for you to get involved in this space.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Brad will bring the value. I'll just try to make it fun, but no, I'm just kidding. But for real, I mean, both of us kind of have this heart to serve, right? And I think it just comes from our values, and how we've grown up and everything. We do have some experience in the space. We have a passion for it. Brad, if you want to give a little bit of your history in the financial sector and just where you come from, that'd be great.
Yeah. So guys, I mean, I had every kind of financial license that you can possibly have. So I was a stockbroker. I got really interested in the stock market at a young age. And so I did that for a bit, left for a while to do some other things. But The biggest industries that I've been involved with have been the stock industry. I traded futures commodities. I've been a real estate agent and investor, loan officer. I do all those different things, and so I'm looking at rates. I'm looking at how the government's changing money policy all the time. I'm looking at those types of things. I'm watching how industries are constantly moving. What causes one thing to change another thing? Hey, there's this decision that just got made, and look what's happening in the real estate market over here.
Right.
And so I'm a little bit different than some real estate agents. When talking about from the real estate agent perspective and what I've done over the years, I've actually gotten to the point where I've been helping my clients, instead of selling their houses, keep their houses and turn it into another cash flowing asset.
There you go.
So, I don't do stuff just because it benefits me. I want to do stuff because it benefits you and teaches you how to better use your money. Because one of the things I learned at a young age, I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad when I was 18 years old, and I realized I had a poor dad. But what's cool is my dad gave me the book to read. And
there you go.
He was the one that introduced me to the book. But what I found from my experience reading the book and then moving forward was that just because you know information doesn't mean that you are moving forward with your information. You have to take the risk and take action steps to be able to make things happen. And so it's like, if you know everything, but you never take risks because you're too afraid, then you're never going to benefit from any of the things that you learn about. And it took me a while before those things started to click for me after I read books like that at a young age. I was really almost 10 years later before I really started to take form of any of the thoughts that were in my mind and really start to use those, because I had so many limiting beliefs that I had to get through it myself with how money works. And honestly, that's 99% of Americans for sure, especially those that are raised in suburban middle class environment. We are taught how to think about money. We're not taught how to do anything with our money. And I would say most people that are around our age are taught to not manage their own money. They're taught to allow somebody else to do it for them. And so, this idea of taking risks, investing your money, being okay with loss, understanding that money is a resource and it's not your end all. Those are things that I'm going to get into a lot talking about, as well as obviously talking about all the things crypto related that we're going to talk about. Quick hit on some of the things that we are definitely going to cover is, I think some of the things that we want to do as a weekly flow, Mike, is we want to give people, the basics of what's happening in the market each week. We want to share some headlines of what's affecting market conditions. We might break down charts on a weekly basis of some things that we're personally looking at. And just share some ideas on how to, like Mike said, unbank yourself, get into the DeFi markets, and maybe we'll play around in the metaverse or something like that one day. Who knows? So we'll get into Decentraland or Sandbox and run around with an avatar and see what it's like. So maybe we'll get some Oculus glasses on Mike and let him go get in a bar fight. Who knows? You've seen the videos of these guys?
I plan on winning this.
But there's these guys that are crashing metaverse weddings and stuff. It's silly. So, but yeah, man. So we're gonna have fun here, and but yeah, that's really what it's all about.
Right. Yeah. That's the gist of it, man. I mean, there's so much to cover. There's so many unknowns. And we're going to try to just break it down on a simple standard, but then there's going to be some other levels where we do go deeper. I mean, we're doing this, we're going to release this both in audio and video form. So, if you can catch this on your phone or your computer or something like that, while we're breaking down charts, that'll be a little bit easier for you to catch. And man, I'm all for getting in a bar fight on the metaverse. I mean, why not?
Mike's just that kind of guy. Not really, guys. He's an awesome guy.
That would actually be my first bar fight ever. So, I I
it would
can't
be
say I've
like,
imagined it in my head before or not, but
it's all about what kind of crazy avatar you create.
yes, exactly, exactly. I'm gonna be
Oh
the big
man.
guy who's called Tiny,
Yeah.
but
Nice.
yeah, man. The excitement inside me, when I first started looking into this and everything, and it was like you hear the word crypto, and you're like, that sounds it sounds like somebody's trying to scam me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people think at the beginning of it, like, oh, this is just a fad, this is just
Yeah.
something that's gonna
Yeah.
be gone here, in a
Right.
little bit. But
Absolutely. I remember, Mike, the very first time I ever heard about Bitcoin,
yeah,
my father-in-law of all people tells me about it. Okay.
okay.
And he's like, hey, Brad, you need to go buy this thing called Bitcoin. And I'm like, what is it? And he's like, it's digital money. And I'm like, Scott, that sounds like the dumbest thing in the world. Yeah, I'm over here like Mr. Real Estate investor guy. I
Right.
just bought like a new property and I was doing some work on it. And so like I was just like, no, man. And even like Bitcoin was at like $1,000, And I'm like,
Oh, can we go back there, please?
can I go back in time?
Please.
But yeah, so it's crazy.
Right,
And
right. Yeah, and now, similar thing. It's like those things sound so foreign, but man, what it's done for me, like you have so much more financial, background. I've been doing real estate now for almost 5 years, and so I'm a real estate investor, buy and sell houses, rentals. We do syndications sometimes, things like that. And so, I've had to learn the markets and learn, what affects things, but it's been kind of hyper focused on the real estate. And for me, what crypto has done is it's really expanded my mind, to a more worldly view on money, and
Yep.
and how things are changing hands, and what's going on in the world economy, and how that's affecting the US, or how that's affecting
Right.
Russia or China, or other countries. And it's just really opened my mind in that regard. And I can't,
Right.
it's almost like I got to say thank you, crypto,
Sure. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
doing this, because it's just
Yeah.
created this thirst for knowledge,
Right.
from a financial standpoint, and really, taken me to a whole new level of thinking about money. My dad taught me money, and he taught me savings, and he showed me the things. If you save this amount every month from the age of 18 until you're 60, you'll have this much. He taught me compounding interest and all of these things, but it was a limited view in a sense. It wasn't the taking risks and stepping out, into your faith of what you really can do, with your money, to take it from this level to a whole nother one, in a short amount of time, and taking control of it. It was the work ethic, over a long period of time type of thing, which is great. It's helped me with my work ethic, tremendously. But this is on a much grander scale on what it's done for my financial mind, and just taken that knowledge and expanded it to this whole other thing, and that's what's made it so fascinating for me. Looking into changing world order concepts,
Sure.
and where money's moving, on a
Yeah.
much larger scale.
Yeah, no, 100%. And another thing about that too, Mike, is we're raised with these concepts of like what we need to do with our money, and maybe a limited mindset around like how we can invest and all that kind of stuff, like what you're talking about,
Safe
is
investments.
what your dad was teaching you.
Yeah.
But it's like when you start looking into the crypto space, and I think this is one of the most exciting things for me. And I don't know, you might be able to hear them in the background or not, but my kids are here, and like I'm always at home with my family and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And to me, one of the most incredible things about this space is that it gives us our time freedom back. Like
Sure.
we can gain our time freedom. We can take our money. We can become our own bank. We can be the ones that are charging stupid interest rates, and we can
Mm,
be the ones that are lending, and we can be the ones that are creating these passive rewards and things like that. And as we're able to, continue to compound and grow our account sizes
hmm.
and our investment classes that we're in, we're able to generate more and more. As we do that, we're able to go have freedom.
Right.
And so not only has it like taken my mind from, okay, what can I do with crypto? But then how can I apply what I've learned with crypto into other areas as well to
Sure.
then be able to bring it all together and go do different things, be able to spend more time with my family, be able to
Right.
not have to like answer, phone calls and worry about contracts at 11 o'clock at night and hitting deadlines and all that kind of stuff. And some of the stresses that are of the real estate industry,
Yep.
and I mean, do I love my clients and everything? Absolutely. But I don't love having to deal with like, issues and problems at random times of the night,
Yep.
And so it's like when I can give more of my focus to my kids and to my wife, I mean, that's what it's all about for me.
There you go.
When I can give them world experiences and take them on adventures and stuff like that, to me, crypto's allowed me to do that. And
Yeah.
so, for me, I want other dads, moms too, but I want other guys, that like come from a similar background as me. I want people to experience like what we're beginning to experience now, a few years into this.
Right. Right. Yep. Yep. I mean, there's so many different avenues too. I mean, you can really pick your lane and maybe pick a couple of them that you want to, dabble in, whether it's the metaverse or NFTs, or I mean, you can flip NFTs just like you're flipping houses. I mean,
there's 15 to 18-year-olds that are like flipping NFTs, making hundreds of $1,000s a year,
right.
making their parents' incomes look like nothing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's lending, there's staking, there's liquidity pools. There's just regular day trading. There's swing trading, there's portfolio building. So you can really put as much time into it as you want or as little time as you want, but the opportunity is there regardless. I mean, just from a very basic standpoint, I don't know the last time your bank paid you, over 0.0 something percent. But the opportunity is now there to get those interest rates back in safe investments within the crypto space. I mean,
yeah. And we're going to drop gems like that for you guys. We're going to show you, hey, you can put your cash away and earn 10%. You can earn 20%, on stuff that's not like facing market volatility.
Right. I mean, I've got friends now that, and actually I've got one of our contractors before. I didn't even know this about him, but man, I started talking with him about crypto. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I moved all my stuff to crypto a while back." It's like, wait, what? This is for anybody and everybody, and it's not this mythical thing anymore. Like the adoption that is coming it's getting more rapid and more rapid and more rapid. And there may be volatility in certain things, but that's changing also. But there's also opportunity to be made within that volatility, So it just depends what lens you're viewing it in. And we're going to try to help take that from a blurry lens to something with, that's more 2020, and give you some ways, some things to think about and some options to make, and decide how you want to come at it, and hopefully give you that information. You can make some educated decisions, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, this is such a fun space. We've talked about this before too. Like I've never had this much fun.
Yes.
Money.
Yes.
And so like what's cool about it is there's so many ways, like you were talking about, there's so many different ways to make money in the cryptocurrency space that you can find what you get excited about and jump into that. And so we're gonna put like all those different things out there for you. I mean, you can actually create like multiple different streams of income in the crypto space, but like you can do things that are fun to you, about. You might not be the type of person that gets excited about looking at charts and day trading crypto, but maybe you love gaming, and now you like get turned on to some like crypto gaming stuff, some play to earn stuff where you're earning crypto, where you're like flipping NFTs inside of a game and things like that, making money that way. Like literally, guys, the sky is the limit on actually the sky's not even the limit. The metaverse is the limit.
Love it.
The universe of the metaverse, like, I don't even know. There is no limit in crypto, and that's what's so cool. And so
For sure.
we're going to touch on all kinds of stuff here, and it's going to be a fun journey. So
yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Heck yeah, man. Just
we just want to bring this community together. It's going to be a fun journey.
Yep.
And so we'll just be making this happen. So
right.
We're excited and ready to have you along for the ride with us. Whether you are riding in your car, taking a listen, or if you're watching the video replays and being able to see the charts and everything else that we're looking at, we will share all kinds of fun knowledge. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So if you enjoyed this, or you're excited for what we might have to be, sharing with you in the future, definitely please like and subscribe on whatever apps you're using, whether it's iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts or audio files. Just like and subscribe. We're going to drop in the description. We'll have like how you can reach out to us if you want. It's going to be either Twitter or Instagram, something of that nature. And then we also have, I'd like to go ahead and let people know, we do have a public Telegram chat that is growing rapidly. And you can come in there if you're brand new and don't even know what the word crypto comes from, cryptography. You can come in there if you've been day trading and you are, very significant, already, you feel like, in the crypto space. So it is for anybody and everybody at any stage in your experience level. You can drop questions in there, conversate, whatever, it's just a place that we want to create so that you have a safe place to come and get your questions answered, and talk to a source that is legit. You're not trying to find something random. It's somebody in a place that you can come and trust. So we'll drop that stuff in the we'll drop that stuff in the
for everybody. Like Mike's saying, we in our group alone, we have the hardcore blue collar workers. We've got professional athletes. We have high power, CEO type women. There's all kinds of people in this group. And so you guys come join and be a part of this community. It's a lot of fun. And people involved. So, join the Crypto Takeover.
There you go. So, I think we'll wrap this one up. I think we've covered a lot of ground, and we're excited, super excited. If I didn't say that yet, I'm going to say it again.
I think you said you're super excited.
Did I say that? Dang it. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm super excited for this. And we're going to try to drop these, one every week. Depending on where Brad is located during that time period. So he's going to be traveling the world. But we will get these out to you, so myself, Mike Newby, and Brad Lambert, this is us signing out. We appreciate you tuning in, and we will catch you next week.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great one.
Take care.